Rivers 200 here. Sorry about being a little bit late. The webcam was being finicky, so I was trying to get that fixed before we went on the air. Especially since the race had not officially started yet. We are still, they are currently pacing. Pace car is out there, though. We are getting ready for this one. Welcome on in. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, so there we go. We got that all set up. Alright, but yeah, welcome on in. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. We had a great time out at the local dirt track last night. Hopefully, if you guys tuned into that stream, thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. We'll have sprint cars next week. Here we go. Alright, so they're going through the starting grid. I have not actually seen much of the qualifying grid. So we got Taylor Gray and Nick Sanchez, row 1. Row 2, we got Zilich and Brandon Jones, Ross Chastain and Eric Almirola. A lot of big names here in this one. We got Justin Allgaier, William Sawalich, Harrison Burton, and Jeb Burton going to be sharing row number 5. Nice to see. But yeah, there's Rajah Caruth, who I believe is making his Xfinity Series debut today for the 32 of Jordan Anderson Racing. A couple of other drivers making some debuts as well. So, we'll get to hopefully talking about all of them throughout this race. Again, we got a 200-lap event here. 45 laps, and then the final 110 to the checkers. Everything should be all set up, and we are ready to go. So welcome on in. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Oh, they're riding on board right now with Sawalich, as I hope Sawalich can finally start to prove that he belongs in this ride, because I feel like that was one of the biggest question marks of this past offseason, because Corey Heim looked primed for an Xfinity Series promotion, and that would have been a great way to kind of promote him to Xfinity, let him continue to simmer, even though he looks pretty much ready for Cup as of right now anyway. Yeah, let him simmer for a year or two while you try and figure out, this whole lawsuit thing with 2311 and front row, and trying to figure that one out. Hey, Kenneth, how's it going? Doing good today. And who's your pick for today and tomorrow's race? Today's race, I don't really know. I'll probably go with let's go ahead and go a little bit with a little safe here. I'm gonna say Eric Almirola gets it done. The Toyotas have been pretty good the last couple of years. Ryan Trix, the defending winner of this race, could very well go and get it done again, but I'm going to say Eric Almirola. I believe he's driving the car that Trix won in last year. And then for tomorrow's race, I've got Ty Gibbs as my pick. I made that pick over on the Lap Down podcast earlier this week, as I have a feeling that between him trying to secure his way into the championship round for the $1 Million Challenge, plus his upward progression the last 7 weeks, I like Ty Gibbs' odds, so that's what I'm going with for the for the Xfinity Series. And let me see, something's wrong with the bit rate. Oh, yep, it is way lower than what I like to usually stream at. So I was lowering it to see if that would help with the streaming rate of when I was trying to do some video game gameplay for my gaming channel, but it definitely didn't work, so went and just reset it to what I normally do it. So alright, there we go. Welcome on in. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. But yeah, we are here and ready for this one. Kyle Siegel, only one top 10 in the last 7 races. He's been on a very cold streak the last couple of weeks. Hopefully he can pull something out here. But yeah, here we go. Again, we should be seeing the pace car pulling to pit road here shortly. Just delete. Closing out a couple of tabs as well. And we'll skip around to ads here, and yeah, so we should be getting ready to go racing here shortly. Still some blowers on the front stretch. Cup Series qualifying was washed out less than an hour and a half ago, which is a little surprising that they were able to get this thing all pretty much all dry by the time the Xfinity race is supposed to start. So there we go. Pink flag. What are you talking about? The flag over there is on the overlay should be orange. If as we're waiting for this one to get ready to go. But yeah, we are. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time here. Yeah, I'm kind of. I will say I'm not overly surprised to see them somewhat quick to cancel because of the fact that this race was scheduled for so late. You know how you solve this is by scheduling stuff to happen on Friday and not trying to cram it all into Saturday and Sunday. So, but what do I know? I'm just one guy on the internet. But yeah, if they gave us 3 days of action, potentially do both series practice yesterday in addition to qualifying, then be able to put Cup Series qualifying on earlier in the day today rather than having to wait till almost 2:30, 3 o'clock. Because then you start pushing into that window where you make it really hard to schedule both qualifying and the Xfinity Series race on the same day. But if you have the whole day to work with, especially with the fact that qualifying is really just a extra thing that you just add on, a lot of the time I feel like it's one of those things that you can very easily just move around. So, all right, we are chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. And also, let me know who you guys have picked for the win today. Do you guys think Ryan Truex goes back to back? Do you think? Do you agree with me that you think Eric Almirola gets it done? Maybe you think a Chevy gets it done like Chastain or Allgaier. Maybe you think the Fords are gonna show up and win with checks notes. All 3 drivers, I think, are actually race win threats ish. And that's stretching it because you got Harrison Burton, Sheldon Creed. Those 3. Harrison Burton, Sheldon Creed, Sam Mayer. Then you got Ryan Segan 19th. And then the next Ford up is Kyle Segan 39th. And those are all your Fords in the entire field. So, yeah, it's like you've only got 5 Fords in the entire field out of 38 cars. It is going to be hard to see a Ford win in this one. But yeah, so LeVar Scott, another an ARCA regular, making his first career Xfinity Series start. He and the 32 of Rajah Caruth both making their first Xfinity Series starts today. So a couple of notable ones there. Jake Finch as well, I believe, is also a Xfinity Series rookie, making his Xfinity Series debut today, driving the 17 for Hendrick Motorsports. So curious to see him running that, not Corey Day or one of their Cup drivers. Ryan Truex, the defending winner, starting way back in 32nd. Wow. And then we got the announcement earlier this week that this will be the last race for the Our Motorsports team, as they have announced that they will be shuttering their operations at the end of this Xfinity Series race. Kaz Gralla will go down in history as their final driver of record, as he steps into the number 5, replacing Chris Wright for this week. And yeah, it's just such a bummer to see a fun team. Our Motorsports over the last couple of years has had some fun driver lineups, but ultimately just hasn't had the success, and seems like the funding may have started to finally run a little dry here as we get ready. Pace car is off. Field in the hands of Taylor Gray and Nick Sanchez. As they're coming down to the green flag, and it'll be green, green, green. Green flag's out. We are back to racing. And let's see. The NASCAR Xfinity Series, it's a 200 lap feature event here, as they are going to go pounding around this absolute roller coaster of a racetrack here. Anyone and everyone you can talk to that's ever turned a lap here will tell you about just how physical this track is, between the insane banking, the insane speeds. All of that compounds into one very brutal racetrack. And obviously part of why it got the nickname the Monster Mile. So Taylor Gray was able to clear Sanchez early on, and now it's Brandon Jones on the outside trying to clear Connor Zilisch. Zilisch trying to hang tough on that inside here. Zilisch with a great average finish over the last couple of races, but he has not raced anything like Dover yet in this Xfinity Series season. I don't know if I don't remember what tracks he raced at last year. I know he raced at Watkins. I think Watkins Glen was his first race, and that was after Dover. So he definitely didn't race Dover last year. He might have. I don't remember if he raced Bristol last year or not for the Xfinity Series, but that would have been the only other track that would really compare overly to Dover. And even that isn't a perfect one-to-one comparison. So definitely going to be some learning experience here for Connor Zilisch. And he is a quick learner, as he just put up the fastest lap of the day, taking the fastest lap of the race so far very early on, already able to be at and above those speeds. And why is my computer's plug not working? That is not good. Come on. There we go. Yeah, no idea why that wasn't charging the whole time, so. There we go. Again, everybody kind of getting single filed out here. Gonna try and just lock in here and try and log some laps. Try and feel these cars out before they do anything too stupid when it comes to making some risky moves here. So again, right now we're waiting to see, again, Zilisch up into the third position. Jones has managed to secure fourth place, and Eric Almirola behind him, his teammate, up into the top five. Ross Chastain, and we got a weird camera angle panning there, almost like there would be a crash, but nothing. Okay, that's just some weird camera work from the CW. I will say CW's camera angles have usually been pretty solid. TNT the last couple of weeks has kind of been falling into some of those traps that I feel like we constantly complain about from Fox. So hopefully that does not maintain being a problem here. And here comes Justin Allgaier having to come from the rear of the field, I assume, on some sort of penalty there. I didn't get a chance to sit down and watch practice or qualifying earlier this morning, so I'm guessing maybe an unapproved adjustment or repairing some sort of damage from practice. So he is working his way back through the field, already up to 24th, so he's up over 10 spots here in the first 9 laps. He is clicking off these laps as quick as humanly possible here, and doing a very good job of it. Here comes Sawalich is kind of the lone Toyota who has not been able to break free of the Chevy attack here. He's got Jesse Love all over his rear bumper. He's got Ross Chastain out ahead of him. So between Chastain and Jesse Love, William Sawalich is going to try and find some speed similar to what his teammates have out ahead of those two. But right now, Jesse Love looking on the inside of Sawalich. I don't know if William Sawalich will be able to hang on here on the outside. He hangs tough and he is able to clear Love, but again, I think Love is going to keep trying to make these charges at the bottom. He's going to start getting some contact involved here if the 18 doesn't move out the way on his own or isn't able to pass the 18 naturally. You know that chrome horn will start to get involved here. I don't think Jesse Love will be too timid about it either, so we'll have to wait and see, but Again, Sawalich hanging on for now to that number 7 position here, but a great job for Taylor Gray to just get the jump off the initial start and move down down to the inside line, in front of Nick Sanchez before they got the chance to really even fight it out for this one. So I don't know if they have a comp caution plan because there was a bit of rain this afternoon in between them practicing and between them practicing, qualifying, and out of the race. But I have not seen them talk about anything like that, so I would assume that we are not going to see a comp caution. So 14 laps in. Again, we're about a third of the way through this first segment. Again, points being paid at the end of this first stage, and a playoff point if you can get to the lead. Again, Taylor Gray racking up some good playoff points, but if I've got my numbers right, he is. Is he in the playoff picture right now? He is 22 points to the good, and he has so far accrued himself 1 playoff point total. Yeah, so Taylor Gray, hopefully he can say if he isn't going to win before the regular season is out, which at this point we're getting very late into the regular season. Because at this point, the Xfinity Series field has, after today, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 races remaining. So 6 races remaining before the playoffs. If Taylor Gray isn't able to win one of those, he is going to need to get some of these stage points en route to this finish. As en route to the finish down the stretch of the regular season again. The 10 points are nice because it'll help him secure his spot in the playoffs to begin with, but yeah, if you go into the Xfinity Series playoffs with only 1 playoff point, you're going to be in a really tough spot. Especially with that first round being a brutal selection of tracks. You got Bristol, you got Kansas, and then to make things even harder for anyone who isn't named Connor Zilic, you have the Charlotte Motor Speedway Roval to round out that round. So if Zilic is able to do his normal road course domination, if he is able to win that race, that reduces the amount of spots there. Although right now Zilic is currently holding down a top 5 spot in points. So yeah, I'm not really sure who the quote unquote easy bumps would be because again, for the most part, the Xfinity Series playoff drivers have been doing pretty well. I would probably have to say I think Sammy Smith might be one of the ones I would look to as a potential early bump in that first round. But even he, I wouldn't say is a guarantee or a shoe-in. But yeah, Nick Sanchez, whichever of the Burtons gets in, Jeb or Harrison, assuming that those two stay at 12th and 13th. So I think whoever the 12 seed is between those two getting in, Sammy Smith, Nick Sanchez, and possibly, and that's where I think you're going to have the problem of Taylor Gray, Sheldon Creed, and Quapple all having exactly 1 playoff point right now. All 3 are ascending drivers on good teams, but I just don't know if they'll have what it takes to outduel the other. If it's going to come down to the 3 of those guys, with one of them going home, all it takes is 1 bad race to get you in a really bad spot here. They're coming back from the side-by-side commercial break here. Gray continuing to crush it here through the as they're making their way around this 1-mile concrete oval. It's a really interesting track to see just how good this concrete surface holds up, considering concrete surfaces are not a guarantee to work everywhere, but it has worked here very well. I guess that proves that Dover or the Delaware is kind of that right mix of northern places. Because I've heard when I've made the suggestion in the past that maybe like Atlanta could have gone to concrete to try and avoid the Atlanta Super Speedway that we have now. Because I've made that suggestion a couple of times. I've had some people tell me that know more about concrete and racing surfaces that the hot summer, the heat of the summer, and the amount of rainfall that the southern states get, would do a number on concrete. So, say maybe anywhere further south would be a little bit less viable for it. Although Bristol makes it work, so who knows? Again, that's just me taking the word of people who are more knowledgeable than I. And as of right now, that battle at the cut line, points as they run. Jeb Burton 19 points above Harrison, as Jeb must be. Jeb is up into the top 10. Harrison Burton just behind him in about 11th or 12th. And we got some of the other drivers who are in currently on points and in good position to advance to the playoffs, but are certainly not locks by any stretch. You've got Creed and Quapple who are about 60 points ahead, but if they have a rough month here down the stretch, and if we get a couple of surprise winners, like say Harrison or Jeb Burton, maybe an Anthony Alfredo win, could definitely flip some of the script going on here. Alright, so here we go. Again, closing in on the 2/3 mark here through the first stage. And say, oh wow, Brandon Jones and Eric Almirola having a really good late second half surge here as they've both made their way from what was outside the top three. They've made it a Toyota lockout of the top three spots here. And Sanchez and Zilich both getting cycled back. And again, the question being asked earlier was, when and where will Sawalich start to kind of separate himself and prove that, hey, I'm not just being carried by a very good Joe Gibbs racing car, but I'm actually elevating the equipment. And again, I'm not writing off a rookie yet, but again, it's more so. I think there's going to be a lot more scrutiny on Joe Gibbs racing drivers when they have star drivers like Corey Heim, who are mired in the NASCAR Truck Series and seemed prime for promotion this past year, but didn't get it. While Sawalich got to skip trucks for the most part in its entirety, moving straight up to Xfinity. So again, it's just a weird situation there. Again, I'm not by any stretch of the imagination ruling out a potential surge here from Sawalich. It's just a weird one here to see. Right now, we got Ross Chastain moving past Sanchez, and Sanchez has slipped now outside the top 5 for the first time tonight. So Nick Sanchez starting to slide. We got Eric Almirola mixing it up with his teammate Brandon Jones near the front of the field, battling it out for second place here. As of right now, you don't want to play too risky, but you also don't want to play it too safe and end up missing out. So. Alright, so there we go. Here we are chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. There it is. Eric Almirola makes the pass and completes it on Brandon Jones, taking himself up to the second position. And now Eric Almirola can potentially set his sights on Taylor Gray, although if I'm thinking strategically from Joe Gibbs's position, I almost want to let Taylor Gray get the win because he, one, needs the points, and two, he'll need the playoff points. Not to mention it is no gimme that Amarillo will even be able to catch the 54 in time, let alone be able to catch and pass him. So again, right now we're working our way down through the waning parts here of the stage. As I say, 37 out of 45 laps here in this first stage. It has been green flag ever since the drop, the initial drop of the green flag. No yellows at all. And now we've got Justin Allgaier knocking on the door of the top 10. Again, as I said earlier, if you had this guy winning the race, I would not have blamed you here. He has made his march from 38th all the way, or 37th, I think is where they said he officially started, up into the top 10 here, all within the 45 lap stage, which is insane. You currently have 6 drivers a lap down: Ellis, Gralla, Blaine Perkins, Balicki, Smithley, and Nick Lights, all going a lap down here early on. Ross Chastain and Dover, while he's gotten a couple of top 5s, has never actually won this track before. In fact, his best finish being a runner-up back in August of 2020 during when they were prepping for that doubleheader attempt. So for the Cup Series. So there we go. 5 laps to go. 5 more times around here. Gray versus Amarola. It looks like Amarola's not really even going to get close to Gray, close enough to make a mention of it. Allgaier now looking for 8th on Jesse Love. And again, so far since the start of the race, up 28 positions for Justin Allgaier. And again, 28 positions is now 29 positions is even more notable when you factor in the fact that some of those positions have been inside the top 15 and top 10, which, as any driver will ever has always said, once you get past that first the first 5 to 10 cars at the back, from about 31st through 40th, once you get past those cars, passing cars becomes exponentially harder the further up the grid you go, especially when you're in those mid-teens, because those people there are fighting as hard as they possibly can. Speaking of fighting as hard as they possibly can, Josh Williams trying to park it right in front of the leader of Taylor Gray here. Williams does not want to go a lap down here if he can avoid it. Only has to hang on for another 1 lap, one more time around here in this stage. And again, Josh Williams, at the very least, he's going to get the free pass, but he would love to be able to stay on this lead lap naturally. That way he can go ahead and pit with the rest of them and still get and still stay on the lead lap. Up the track, though, goes the 11. Not going to be able to hold off Taylor Gray. Gonna try a crossover. Not going to get there. Oh, sorry. One more lap. I miscounted there. Yeah, he needed to hold him off for another lap there, and no way he was going to be able to battle it out for a whole nother lap there. So Josh Williams will be your free pass car. Taylor Gray is not going to be able to get there in time to try and lap another car. And that will be green and white checkered flag there for Taylor Gray. Eric Almirola got close, but never really close enough to challenge. Brandon Jones 3rd, Zilich 4th, and Ross Chastain, the Melon Man, coming home with a top 5 here in stage number 1. Sanchez, Allgaier, Sawalich, Love, and Sheldon Creed, your top 10. So, an interesting top 10, but ultimately, again, Taylor Gray able to hold on for the lead here. So there we go. Taylor Gray celebrating his stage win. All right, so there we go. Again, first stage already in the books. Alright, so there we go. Again, we are just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. So again, they're at commercial break. We are chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, so there we go. Again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. We are just gonna relax here. Hopefully we'll be able to get the hopefully we'll be able to get the whole distance in, because again, they are racing the darkness, but so far they've gotten everything started roughly on time, so they should theoretically be in a pretty good spot to get it done on time here. Let's see, what time is officially sundown in Dover specifically? I'm sure the track is not technically in Dover. It's probably in a smaller city nearby. Yeah, but I know it is close enough to have the noise pollution complaint, so it looks like, yeah, we got about 3 more hours beyond this, so we are probably very safe to get this one in. Alright, there we go. Again, we are chilling. And if you're looking for the actual race broadcast, it is on the CW, which is a open broadcast channel. I believe you should be able to get it with almost any cable package that you have. So if you're able to get channels like FS1, you can probably get this one. Alright, so there we go. Again, Toyota going places, and that is a understatement when it comes to on the track, because Toyota 1, 2, 3. And again, the fact that those Toyotas finishing 1, 2, 3, the fact that William Sawalich not only couldn't maintain his position, but he actually dropped from, he was running 5th or 6th. He dropped to 8th before the end of that stage. And yeah, is not a great spot to be in there. Obviously, there are worse spots to be in, but you really want to be settling for saying that, well, we could be worse. So they're coming back from commercial break. We should hopefully be seeing. Yeah, here we go. Coming on the pit road right now. Taylor Gray leads pretty much everybody. Ross Chastain was trying to fake him out, but then he jumps down to get in line at the last minute. So there we go. And just to make that one happen. And everybody coming down the pit road. Yeah, Taylor Gray gonna take As they're gonna take some pit stop. Oh, they're taking their time here with the. They had to go back and rejack the. Oh man, Taylor Gray's pit crew is gonna kill him here. A 23 second pit stop for Taylor Gray. A 15-6 for Amarola. A 15 flat for Brandon Jones. Brandon Jones may legitimately have the lead coming off pit road. It's going to be between him and Zilich, and he gets it. Brandon Jones gets it. Zilich to second. Amarola drops a spot to third. Allgaier jumps up 3 spots. Sawalich up 3 spots. Yeah, trying to hit your top 5. And you got Jesse Love also jumping up 3 spots. Meanwhile, again, as we mentioned, the unfortunate outcome there for the driver of the driver of the number 54 car who had a 23-second pit stop. Alright, so we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. If you guys are enjoying the videos and live streams, feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you guys are new. We've been doing these streams for a little while now, and no intention of stopping anywhere anytime soon. Alright, so there we go. An ad for the Savannah Bananas banana ball game between them and Texas Tailgaters, which ironically lines directly up with the NASCAR race, so I will absolutely not be watching that. Not to mention, I think it's a little ridiculous. It has like great highlights to watch on after the fact, but I don't know if I can take it very seriously watching it in the same way I watch a normal sport. Again, entertaining clips all over the place, and certainly you got to be a talented athlete to be able to pull off some of those moves, but I just don't know if I could legitimately take a game like that seriously that basically awards more points based on trick plays. So again, extremely entertaining to watch clips of. I just want to say that because I do think that it is I do end up watching more than my fair share of clips there. There we go. And we are chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. So there we go. Getting ready for stage number 2. Should be seeing the choose killing this time. Bye. And okay. Yep. They are doing the choose cone. They're doubling up. So it'll be Jones on the inside, Zilich on the outside of row 1 here. I'm excited to see what this looks like when they come back around to the green flag. Alright, so they're going to show a replay of that. Yep. Where Taylor Gray's jack guy had to come back around and rejack the car to get that one back going, which was unfortunate to say the least. Here we go. Green flags out. We are back to racing. And here we go. Connor Zilic able to jump. Brandon Jones on the restart. Able to jump out to the lead. And now we got a new race leader. Connor Zilic looking to pick up his checks notes. Still checking notes. His 4th win of the season and his 2nd oval win of his young career here. I mean, Zilic, what more could you ask of Connor Zilic at this point? Outside of winning a cup race prior to going full-time cup racing almost certainly next year. Again, still not officially announced. And Brandon Jones actually takes fastest lap away from him while running 2nd. Okay. Funny to think that the fastest laps of the race have yet to be turned by the car out in front leading the pack yet. Because Zilic, when he previously set that record, he was back in like 3rd or 4th. And then now we've got Brandon Jones setting it while he's further back there. So definitely an interesting one. Alright, so yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, so yeah, 14 laps. Already 15 laps into this stage because of the laps under caution counting here. Here we go. Sammy Smith looking up the inside on the 16th, or on the 26th. Sorry, not the 16th. This is the 26th of who dat? Who dat? Again, Josh Williams managing to get back on the lead lap via the free pass there. 26 is Dean Thompson. Yeah, currently sitting in 13th place here. Managing to hang on to that one after Sammy Smith tried to take it from him. 16 is right behind them in the running order there. Alright, so there we go. Yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, so it's a 18 laps in here. Ryan Sieg with a little bit of momentum here. Ryan Sieg up into the top 5, passing Jesse Love for 5th. That is genuinely impressive there from a driver who, again, has been on a very cold streak the last I think they said 7 races, and only 1 top 10 in all of that, which was a 5th top 5 run at Pocono. Again, he's you just got to show improvement. That's the biggest thing. Yeah, and especially where he's 50 points out of the cut line. Odds are it'll take a win to make it to the playoffs, so he's gonna have to start trophy hunting at some point. And right now, still I believe looking for his first career win, but he's up inside the top 5. Running top 5 is the first step towards trying to find wins. Now you got Sheldon Creed dueling it out with Ross Chastain. Chastain looking up the inside on him. Chastain versus Creed. Creed able to battle him off the corner and able to clear. And again, a 21 laps into a 45 lap segment here. It is going, these laps are getting clicked off very quickly. Looking at some other drivers, though, below the cut line, real quick, I just want to kind of look down there to see who we could see for potential surprise winners at tracks not named Daytona. You got Christian Eckes, maybe in the Colleague Racing team, but I don't know about either of the other two. Daniel Dyer, Josh Williams, I don't think either one of them have race winning pace. Brennan Poole, I would like to see be able to contend. I think he's a talented driver. I just don't know if the 44 car is going to be fast enough at specifically the tracks upcoming. Because he did qualify for the dash for Cash earlier this spring with a pretty good run. Yeah, but ultimately he got taken out of that very early. Anthony Alfredo and Matt DiBenedetto would be fun ones to see get it at Daytona, but I don't know if either one of them are going to pick up a win without Daytona. And then, really just no other real contenders down the grid outside of maybe a surprise Parker Retzloff win. But yeah, the fact that Sawalich is 23rd in driver points, and in fact, he's almost being beat by Eric Almirola in points, who's made 12 less starts, is a little bit concerning. Again, some of the questions I brought up earlier on the stream about being a little bit curious as to how long Joe again, it is a rookie season and those things can be up and down, but it is definitely an interesting one when again they chose to promote Sawalich over giving a promotion to Corey Heim to potentially at least get some progress going in his moving up the grid. Because again, he looks like Corey Heim looks like he's primed to be a Cup driver this year, if not sooner. But again, there wasn't really a Cup seat available, a competitive Cup seat available outside of maybe the car that ended up being Riley Herbst. But Herbst also, he and his family, I believe, put up a ton of the money that got them the charter to begin with to open up that team. So. Alright, so again, we got, they're doing a thing on the in-season tournament here. Again, only 4 drivers remain in the in-season tournament. We've got Ty Dillon versus John Hunter Nemechek. That'll be a fun battle to watch throughout the field. I think Ty Dillon, I would love to see Ty Dillon hold on to this one. Then we got, Ty Gibbs versus Tyler Reddick on the other half of the bracket, and that'll be a fun battle near the front of the grid. I think both those drivers are going to be competitive tomorrow, so. In fact, let's actually take a look at the Cup Series qualifying lineup and see where they are. As there we go, Eric Almirola passes Brandon Jones for the second position here. And now it'll be on Eric Almirola to run down Connor Zilic. So Ty Gibbs will start 9th on the day. Meanwhile, Tyler Reddick will come across the line to start. Oh, Tyler Reddick starting 4th. Okay, so Reddick all the way up in the 4th place after the rain out. Again, the weird thing about the rain out right after a road course is that the formula for their starting grid is based on your points position, your average points position, or your current points position, your finishing position from the previous race, and your ranking in terms of the fastest lap award as well. And a little bit of a pop-up shower potentially on its way. And say that could be a big one. But yeah, so we got guys like SVG 6th, Michael McDowell starting in 7th. Kyle Busch will start 10th. And some heavy favorites will be starting fairly deep in the field. You've got Ryan Blaney starting in the 31st position. You've got guys like Kyle Larson coming from 25th after the rained out qualifying session. A session, I'm sure Kyle Larson would have loved to have gotten in. Chance to try and maybe qualify on the pole, try and snap this little funk that he's in. Although it could just be the fact that we've been going to a bunch of weird tracks. And again, the fact that the slump that he's in is just the fact that he hasn't won in like 2 months. But he's had both at time. I don't think he's really had much for race winning pace either. But we've been to a lot of different tracks here. So, and he still has had top 5 and top 10 pace very consistently. So, like literally 13th at Chicago, but then like 7th at Pocono, 5th at Michigan, 8th at Nashville in the time frame between when people have been quoting his slumping started, which was at the Indianapolis 500 crash. And it certainly wasn't helped by the fact that the month before that he won at Bristol in dominating fashion, 2nd at Dega, 4th at Texas Motor Speedway after a long drawn out fight, and then won from the pole at Kansas in the build up to the Indianapolis 500. Rattled off a lot of success there. All-Star race, I don't think he was focused for the All-Star race. I think he was more focused on Indianapolis as he had just qualified for the 500. And then you had Charlotte, where he wrecked out of both the Indy 500 and the Charlotte 600 in the same day. But then, he snapped right back to it with, not winning performance, but 8th and 5th at the next two traditional ovals at Nashville and Michigan the following 2 weeks. And then he was running top 10 very early in the race when he got bowled over by Kyle Busch in Mexico. So that very well could have ended up a top 10 day, if not better, as Kyle Larson ran the course and learned it. Then another top 10 day at Pocono. Then, are we really going to say a top 20 at a super speedway is a terrible performance? Especially when there was a 20-car pileup and you had to scrape by that. Here we go. Taylor Gray making his way back up into the top 10 here. But and then Chicago Street Course, a 13th place finish, and then really Sonoma was really the only one where I can't pinpoint an exact reason or time that he looked overly off. But again, everybody has at least one off week here and there. So there we go. We are chilling out here though. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Talked a bunch about the driver of car number 5 for tomorrow's Cup Series race, Kyle Larson. But again, right now there just hasn't been a lot going on at the front of the field. Jones still has the fastest lap, sitting in 3rd place, so we got 5 laps to go. Amarola got by his teammate, but has not been able to get within has not been able to break that 1 second bubble between himself and Zilich for the top spot. And meanwhile, you've got Taylor Gray, who's absolutely trying everything he can to see if he can break into that top 10 and at least earn a stage point after the pit stop his team gave him. Again, 4 laps to go here. Not a lot of time to go. And again, right now, all eyes are going to be on Connor Zilich as he tries to make it around, currently trying to get around LeVar Scott here. ARCA driver making his Xfinity Series debut. On the verge of going a lap down. We'll have to wait and see how he chooses to respond here because, in ARCA, there's a lot less cars and a lot less quality cars, but there we go. The blue and yellow move over flag has been shown to the 45 here. 45 moves up the track 1 lane. Not going to really give a whole lot of room there for the 88 kind of gets crowded behind him. Here we go. Now the 45 gives up the rest of the room there. And the 88 goes to the bottom of the racetrack, but so does the 19. One lap to go. One more time around. Amarola is there. Can Amarola make the diving move? He's only got one corner to do it. It's going to be into 3 or not at all. Off the corner. I think Zilich has the edge. Not able to get there. Amarola will come up second here in stage number 2. But off the final corner, it's Connor Zilich with the stage 2 win. Again, Amarola second. Third will be Brandon Jones. Fourth place is going to be Allgaier. Ryan Sieg holds on to a top 5. Why is this going so fast? Well, the fact that we've had 0 cautions for contact is one thing. Yeah, or we've had the only cautions we've had have been for the stage wins. So first off, and then second off, this track being one of those where you can go 140. You can have a lap average speed of 149 miles an hour, and with it only being a 1 mile track, you're going to click off. I mean, that means you could theoretically click off 140 to 150 laps in a singular hour. I mean, obviously, again, the stage break's helping break some of that up, but we've gotten through 90 laps in 45 minutes, so we are definitely on a fast pace tonight. And I believe there is weather in the area, which is also adding a little bit of a contributing factor to that pace, because some of these teams, a little worried about that weather, are going to hopefully try and find some other way to make this one happen. So, because you do not want to be the person who gets caught out on the weather with a rain caution at the absolute wrong time. So there we go. Yeah, we are just chilling out here though, and yeah, the cup race tomorrow. If it goes this quick, it'll be really enjoyable. But yeah, again, right now I have no confidence that the Cup Series will pull off this same type of pace, because I mean, this type of pace is incredibly quick. Yeah, so far the only cautions have been for the 2 stages. We just wrapped up stage number 2, so they just threw the caution for stage number 2, but no cautions for contact so far. Yeah, so far it's been clean and green, and between Connor Zilich and Taylor Gray, these stages have been absolutely dominated. Yeah, by the drivers, and credit to them, they're doing an amazing job here. I mean, that's kind of the unfortunate thing about race car drivers, is that when we have a really truly elite race car driver, the expectation is that the races are going to be kind of boring, or at least to some extent, because yeah, they are going to lead a ton of laps. Now, you can have a slightly uninteresting race if it's going at this kind of pace. So they're coming back from commercial break. We should be getting pit stops here shortly. Alright, so yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time, though. And yeah, we are just cruising along here. Alright, so there we go. Again, we're currently 106 laps to go. We are nearing the halfway mark here in the race. Teams have been talking about a pop-up shower that may or may not hit, which is always a concern here. Yeah, because of the fact that there are no lights and this race starting fairly late. If you get rain past the halfway mark, any lap could be the checkered lap. So, as I say, it will be something to keep an eye on here. Alright, so here we go. We should be seeing a wave of drivers coming to pit road here shortly. And yep, here we go. Coming down pit road, it's gonna be Zilich leading the entire field down. And let's see, for the first time today, can the leader avoid a disastrous pit stop on pit road? At the end of stage one winner Taylor Gray had a 23-second pit stop after the team had to send the jack guy back around to rejack his car back up to try and bounce back there. So that was a unfortunate turn of events there. All right, so there we go. No disaster pit stop here. Connor Zilich holds position on pit road. Jones, Allgaier, and Chastain all gaining spots. Amarola does lose 3 spots, and Ryan Sieg losing 4, which are not great, but at the very least, they, say, for the most part, they hold their, say, there's no, 20 spot loss here, is the bare minimum. And it looks like Kyle Sieg either stayed out or had a very weird position there, but Kyle Sieg leads a lap. I mean, credit to him. And say, gotta lead those laps however you can here. Alright, so yeah, we are chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Hey Rebecca, how's it going? Oh man, that's unfortunate. Say prayers going out to you and your family, because yeah, you hate to lose anyone. A coworker of mine actually had her father passed away as well, so yeah, it's been a little bit rough, but yep. Well, hey, it's nice to see you back. Again, everybody needs to take a. I feel like everybody needs to take breaks from social media from time to time. And honestly, if I wasn't streaming races or making content on YouTube, I probably would be very much away from social media at this point. Because I say it quite a bit that I'm not a big fan of social media, despite the fact that I do what I do. So, yeah, again, just prayers going out to you and your family there on that one. But yeah, again, we are we'll be crossing the halfway point here during this caution period. And again, I'm curious to see. So, did Kyle Sieg really just stay out? If so, that is insane that Kyle Sieg opted to stay out. I mean, it'll get him a couple of laps led, but I don't know what the fuel window is, but I feel like he's going to need to pit before the. I mean, he'll obviously have to pit earlier than the rest of them, as he's got, 50 lap older tires on him. And yep, there's the Daytona regular season finale there. All the teams and everything getting geared up, ready for this one. Again, August is going to be a fun month. We got Daytona for for Cup. I believe Xfinity is also racing Daytona, so yeah, again, plenty to be excited about here. Alright, so there we go. Coming back from commercial break here. Should be getting doubled up, ready to go racing shortly. And again, Taylor Gray trying to make his way back up into this spot. He does not have he does not have a top 10 starting spot. Let's see. Does he start in the top? Where is he starting? Let's see. Okay, he's starting 12th. He would be starting 11th if it wasn't for the for whatever antics the whatever antics the whatchamacallit, the 28 is doing. He would have come out in the exact same spot. So again, I'm very curious to see what his plan is here with the 28 staying out. All right, so here we go, doubled up, ready to go back racing. Pace cars off, field in the hands of the 28 of Kyle Sieg and the 88 of Connor Zilic to the outside. We going green here with 101 laps to go, just shy of the checkered flat, just halfway. I mean, and everybody is absolutely swarming Kyle Sieg, and he is on a completely different speed level here with the 50 lap older tires. Yeah, he's getting absolutely eaten alive here by the rest of the field. And yep, there he goes to the top of the racetrack. I have no idea why he stayed out there. I mean, it gets him a lap led, and I don't know how much leading a lap pays, but it better be a lot for the amount of track position they just lost. In order for that to be a worthwhile strategy. Alright, so there we go. 99 laps to go here. Again, Zilic able to clear Jones. And last time he was able to gap Jones. I'm curious to see if he'll be able to do that again as he's getting out the way. He's going to get out the way here. Alright, so again, we are just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Ryan Sieg's actually hanging on pretty good. Taylor Gray up into the top 7. There we go. Taylor Gray re-emerging into the top 10. Glad to see him making some moves there. What, did I leave my mic on mute? No, my mic's unmuted. Okay, good. But yeah, right now, though, the, again, 88 of Zilic has looked very tough, although Brandon Jones does still have a slightly faster best lap of the day, which is a little weird. so 94 laps in here, or 94 laps to go. Again, we've got ourselves a longer final stage here. Maybe we'll see something happen. And right now, oh, we got a driver on pit road. Uh-oh, who that? Is that Chastain? It's Ross, the boss, Chastain, the Melon Man on pit road. Not sure as to what is coming down here for him. Comes down to pit road. Team is going to go ahead and jack the car up, and they're going to take a look underneath that thing, but whatever it is, the 9 has brought himself into the pits, and he is going to be out of contention here for a bit. Alright, so there we go. Yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. 90 laps to go, and that gap is starting to grow for the 88. The 88 starting to pull a real gap over Jones, and I would not be shocked to see Zilich claim that fastest lap award back here soon. Alright, so there you go, the side-by-side commercial break. Again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. So there we go. Oh, we got a couple of drivers coming down pit road here. Nick Sanchez and the 9 of Chastain coming back down pit road. 2 of them. Again, just a weird sequence here. No caution flags, but 2 drivers making unsolicited pit stops. Actually, a couple of them. We got the one of sorry, that is still just Nick Sanchez, and he drives straight into the garage, and the 9 following him. Both drivers going straight to the garage. Again, a very weird sequence of events here. The 9 of Ross Chastain came down pit road for an unplanned pit stop, and then after coming back out on track, he and the 48 both come down into the pit area and straight to the garage. I mean, that is a weird sequence there. But yeah, right now, though, we are chilling here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. We did just cross the 1 hour mark a few minutes ago on the race. Again, we are working our way through this one. 4 lead changes only. And say, turning 16 laps in the 2 cautions, that there was nothing even to clean up during them. I mean, I know the laps around here are quick, but that is a lot of laps to lose off a race. Alright, so there we go. Indianapolis next week. Another 4:30 start time for the Xfinity Series. And again, Connor Zilich continues to hang on to this lead, and he is starting to grow it to the point where it might end up being a full 1 second lead here shortly. And again, all this just coming on the heel of a very bad restart from technically race leader, Kyle Sieg, which I still do not understand that strategy of staying out like that. Alright, so there we go. Again, we're just chilling out here. 80 laps to go. 80 more times around. If you guys have any topics you guys would like to have me discuss, Cup Series, Xfinity Series, anything, feel free to let me know. I would love to hear it. Yeah, and I'd love to talk about things that you guys care about in addition to just talk about things that I actually feel like I know a bit about. But yeah, so they've got the 48 jacked up and put on blocks, so it's going to be, again, a little ways until we figure out what's going wrong with those cars. But yeah, again, right now, this race has been insane. Let's see. I did not see that. Yeah, I had not seen that the guy behind the Burger King meme died. I didn't even know who it was, but yeah. Yeah, it seems like I've heard of a couple of different meme people passing away recently. Oh, there we go. We are. Let's say again right now. Again, those two are both. Those are the first two drivers off track. Everybody else is within 3 laps to lead, and hopefully we'll be able to see some of these guys get a little bit closer here. As Kyle Sieg now a lap down after his attempted strategy there just goes significantly wrong here. I mean, he needs a caution just to get the free pass and stay back on the lead lap at this point with the strategy. And maybe a caution right now would actually very much benefit him because then he'd have fresh tires, and I don't think the rest of the field would pit. But if you wait too much longer and everybody else is on fresh tires too, then yeah, your advantage is kind of nullified there. So there we go. LeVar Scott back to the last driver on the lead lap here. So again, LeVar Scott, you've been doing a great job as the and yeah, there goes Kyle Sieg coming down to the pits. Kyle Sieg hits pit road here. So he knew he wasn't gonna be able to keep it going. So yeah, there we go. Yeah, we are just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. But yeah, Amarola though, he's closing in on his teammate Jones here, and oh wait, here we go. Ross Chastain out the car. Oh, there we go. We drift past. You felt a vibration. What did you learn? Same warning that we hit it in the first vibration. I hate that for you, Ross. Okay. All right, so there we go. Again, Connor Zillage continues to lead this by over a second, almost a second and a half here. Amarola has caught his teammate Brandon Jones. The question is, though, how do they address this between the two of them? Do we see an aggressive move? What do we see these two do? Let's say, does Brandon Jones even fight him on it? Looks up the inside. Nope, looks like Brandon Jones going to put up minimal fight. Goes way up the hill here, and yeah, we'll just hand this one over to Amarola, very little fight, but also stays pretty close to Amarola's rear bumper, so you can follow him, which, if you can follow him through some of these gaps, it'll be really good, because if Amarola can open the door and you can follow him through, that starts to create a bit of a chain reaction there, as we have got ourselves under 70 laps to go, working their way through this one. Oh, we got a caution flag. Caution, caution, caution. And I think I just saw lightning in the background. I don't know if that's the cause for the caution here. Yep, it is caution for rain. Caution flag for rain here at the Dover Motor Speedway, or Dover International, however you want to call it. Alright, so there we go. Yep, so under caution flag here for rain. Over halfway done. This race could get called official here. Alright, so there we go. Yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Are they already, I say, the way they were swerving, it looked like they were getting ready for the, choose cone, and I was like, I don't know if I would be getting ready for the choose cone quite yet. That would seem very, premature to be, already thinking about getting this one back going. Here we go. The rain is starting to pick up drastically here in the last couple of in the last minute or two. Looks like we may be seeing this one called early due to rain. And yeah, there we go. Again, no lights here at Dover, so again, you're gonna have to be aware of that ticking clock. Still plenty of sunlight on half the track, so it is really gonna just come down to if they can get this. If one, the rain can buzz off quick enough, and two, if they can get this back racing here in a timely manner. Alright, so again, we are currently under a weather delay here at Dover. I thought I saw lightning, which if it was lightning, then we're on a 30-minute hold guaranteed, which is a much longer delay than what this pop-up rain. SVG, if you're talking about Xfinity specifically, I believe it will be Watkins Glen. But SVG is also a full-time participant in the NASCAR Cup Series, which races tomorrow afternoon at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be live for that event as close to 2 o'clock as I can. I do have a life thing outside of the channel that I am hoping to be able to share with you guys shortly. That I need to do beforehand, and I'm hoping that shouldn't take up that amount of time, but it very well might be a game of having to wait until past 2. But I will stream at the very least a portion of, if not the entirety of the Cup Series race at Dover tomorrow. So it's peaceful. Got one piece to a puzzle that fell somewhere. Let's see. Oh yeah, fell way forward. Yep, I kind of assumed that since you were asking about SVG, you were probably in one of the Australian or New Zealand fans. So yeah, for the Saturday series, he'll be the next race that he'll be running double duty will be in the will be at Watkins Glen. But the Cup Series schedule, which is he'll be running in each and every one of these races. He will be starting in the 6th place tomorrow at Dover at 2 p.m. Then Indianapolis, and all the times I'm giving you are Eastern time zone, so that you can do your own translation or whatever for time zone conversions. Indianapolis, exact same time at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then we got Iowa at 3:30 the following Sunday. Then Watkins Glen at 2 p.m. on Sunday, August 10th. Then we got a Saturday race at Richmond at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then Daytona to end out the regular season, another 7:30 race. So that's your next month and a half of Cup Series dates and times. And again, just convert for your own time zone because I don't know the Australian time zone off the top of my head. So but yeah, I totally get it because I know a lot of the Australian and New Zealand fans have had a little bit of trouble trying to follow SVG's schedule, especially with the time slots that the NASCAR series runs. Because NASCAR does not run easy hours for most fans, even especially not fans for fans outside the U.S. So, although granted, I will say I think it's really hard for a singular series to try and pick a good time slot that works for more than one country, especially if you're talking about countries on different continents. Well, yeah, you can do North and South America can usually get decent. You can get one decent run for those, but then to get for example a time that works for most of the U.S. and the U.K. for Europe, that one's always a tough one to try and figure out a good balance there. But yeah, we are just chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. And yep, they have brought the cars down here during a currently under a rain delay, and it looks like it's gonna be probably closer to a end of day race here. As say, with looking at this forecast, it looks like we may be done, but they are gonna. As I say, they aren't calling it yet, as there is still a window of time to try and get this one in, but yeah, it is not going to be an easy time slot to try and hit. Alright, so there we go. They're going. I'm going to go ahead and run a quick ad, and I'm going to go use the bathroom, and I'll be right back, guys. we are back and we are ready to continue this broadcast. Still currently under the red flag at lap 44 in the final stage, lap 134. This would be, say, 134 laps. Trying to think of if this would be a complete race at any of the racetracks that the NASCAR Cup Series visit. But yeah. But yeah, we are just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. But yeah, we are. We're back. We're just chilling out here. They're talking with Eric Amarola. Normally, I would go ahead and try and pull up, the Switch 2 and play some Mario Kart, but for whatever reason, my recording software has not been working with the cords. I gotta try and swap out some cords this week, hopefully. But let's go ahead and just grab a booster pack of Pokemon, and let's go ahead and see what we get here. It's the set I got the most of here, so shouldn't be missing out on much if we don't pull anything. And we'll add that to our pile of code cards for a later stream. Alright, let's see. We got ourselves an Energy, Snover, Hippopotas, Ekans, Combuskin, Lurantis, Team Rocket's Transceiver, Team Rocket's Wheezing. Alright, first reverse slot, it's a Sudowoodo, reverse Judge, and then hey, we got an Electivire EX. Let's go. Angel Reese just blew. Clicking into shorts there. Alright, but yeah, we are just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, so there we go. Again, we are chilling. Is Amarola talking with his crew chief here. And so they're gonna go ahead and talk with Justin Allgaier here as well. Alright, let's see. We got another I got a bunch of packs that don't fit in my current storage system. Let's go ahead and work on some of those. Alright, so again, right now I'm not anticipating that we get through much more of this race. I think this will probably be the end of the race, probably. They're gonna stick it out here and hope for a break in the rain, but looking at the weather we were looking at, and on radar, I'm not convinced. I think this one will be done here shortly. If you guys have anything you guys would like to see me talk about, feel free to comment it in the chat, but alright, we're just going to go ahead and chill out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Let's go ahead and get it to where I can actually see the camera too. Energy, Luciana, Wiglet, Meltan, C-Dot, Vikavolt, Great Tusk. Oh, we got reverse Totodile. We also got a Salvatore. We got Totodile, Charge-a-Bug, and we get ourselves a Girafarig EX. Alright, hey, I will take an EX when I can get them. Alright, so again, right now we're just kind of chilling out here. Opening some packs. Again, we are just kind of waiting to see. Again, right now I'm expecting that this one will be a rain-shortened win for Connor Zilic, but honestly, the way that Zilic had been racing, I think that this race was probably going to be his regardless. If it went the 400 miles, sorry, 200 miles. All right, let's go ahead. At least one more pack here. Come on. Arbach. C dot. Totodile. Love that little guy. Zeraora. Sharpedo. Metagross. Reverse Tranquil. Reverse Hoot Hoot. And, alright, we had to hit. We had to miss eventually there with the, so that's we had two EXs already. And again, we're just sitting here waiting. Connor Zilic sitting there waiting to hear if he is the winner or not. As they are going to commercial break, so we are going to be here for a minute. Alright, so here we go. Alright, we got ourselves Energy. We got ourselves a Swirlix. Diplin. Flabebe. Reveroom. We got Ogre Mask. We got Sunflora, Reverse Sunkern, Reverse Infernate, and a regular Ogerpon. I needed the man, I kind of needed the EX version of that card, unfortunately. Let's see. We're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. We're just waiting this one out. Normally I would cut the gameplay, but we don't have it right now, so. Alright. Here we go. Energy, Shinx, Poltergeist, Varoom. We got a Watrell, Perrin. We got a Milotic. We got ourselves a Reverse Caretaker, later on Reverse, and a Hollow Iron Leaves to round it out. If we could get some of these in EXs, they would actually be cards we're using in the deck that we're building. The Ogerpon and the Iron Leaves, ironically. Alright, so there we go. We're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, so they're all talking here. They're coming back from commercial break. So here we go. Energy. Leiron. Chimchar. Pinsir. Fion. Alright, let's see. We got the handheld fan. Alright, we got more Pecco. We got the reverse Diplin. Reverse, and it's a Heatran Hollow. Not pulling a lot of great stuff, but we're basically just looking for one card from this set here. right, so the playoffs as they stand right now, Harrison Burton would be 7 points shy of Jeb Burton, but Ryan Siegel have climbed up within 30 points, which is a massive 20-point climb over where he was to start the day. Energy, Growlithe, Monferno, Nose Pass, Jinx, Morpeko, Conkeldurr, Dipplin, Reverse Dipplin, Gerda Reverse, and it's another Heatran Hollow. Come on, man. Well, hopefully we're getting all our bad luck out the way now. I'm going to say, we started off really hot with the 2 EXs. Yeah, right now we are just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Let's take a quick peek at chat. Nothing new over there. Again, we are just waiting this one out. Again, I'm expecting that this one will be done today, but to wait and see. Okay, see, we got something at the back there as I was shuffling the card around. Poochyena, Flabebe. We got Aron, Slurpuff, nice. Alright, Melodic. Peering again. Reverse Heracross. Reverse Torkoal. And it's an Ogerpon Hearthflame. That is very disappointing because it is literally the we need the teal mask version of that same card. Oh, we got only one pack left of this set. Try and pull the Ogerpon we need. Alright, here we go. Energy. What was that? Oh, that's a Ducklet. Growlithe. Monferno. Nose Pass. Palafin. Tatsugiri. Dipplin. We got a Farfetch Reverse. Reverse Glaceon. And it's an Ogerpon, but it's the heart. It's the cornerstone this time. Wow, we hit literally almost every Ogerpon we could have, except for the one we needed. Oh well. Alright, so that should be all the cards. So let's grab a couple more packs of this. Make room in that box for these. But I didn't actually want to open those. That came in the collection box I got. Save those for later. Alright, so here we go. Alright, here we go. We got Energy, Kangaskhan, Drowsy, we got the Cyndaquil, love that little guy, Team Rocket's Proton, Murkrow, Claydol, Reverse Blipbug, a Houndoom illustration rare, let's go! Ironically, it's one we've already pulled, and we got the Team Rocket Zapdos to round out the pack, but that is a really cool card. It's ironically one that I pulled during my pre-release, during the pre-release tournament, and then I pulled it a second time more recently over on the gaming channel. All right, they're optimistic that we will Say they're optimistic right now that we may return racing, so do not go anywhere. We got 2 packs of cards left here. Alright, so here we go. Energy, Slugma, Yanma, Gibble, Pineco, Archer, Tentacruel, or Toad's Cruel. We got Spiritomb, Scrafty Reverse, Staryu Reverse, and a Stevens Metagross. Alright, well, that's a pretty decent card. We are scoring here. Oh, uh-oh, someone... Nope. Someone just went and tagged me in a group chat. Give me a second, and I will see if it's something I actually need to worry about here. Alright, so there we go. Again, the driver's not going far here. Let's see, Energy, Gabite, Lava, Nidorina, we got Baltoy, Cornerstone Ogerpon, Team Rocket's Great Ball, Lipard, Cynthia's Roserade, Dottler Reverse, the Roserade was also reverse, and an Articuno. Hollow. Alright, well, didn't hit quite what we were looking for in those packs, but we got some decent pulls. And we'll pull one out of our bag and turn it together as well. Got some cool cards for a couple different decks I want to build. Let's see. Again, right now we're just chilling out here, trying to kill some time here. Back on. Harris. Wingull. Rakdos. Chinchino. Toad's Cruel. Carablast Reverse. Larvitar Reverse. And a Metagross Hollow. Let's go ahead and grab another. I've got a bunch of these packs here, just kind of sitting in my little travel bag. Again, we're waiting to see if we'll get to go back racing here tonight, or if we are going to be done. And I'd say the smile on Zilich's face. I mean, granted, it's easy to smile when you're the leader and you're not having to actively defend because you're out of the car right now. Alright, here we go. Energy. Delmise. Shelmet. Rockruff. Caterpie. Escavalier. Super Potion. Alright, we got Electrode. Reverse Wooper. Reverse Togedemaru. And a Hollow Noivern. Now, we are absolutely getting hosed on this. So again, they're now talking with Ryan Sieg. Again, we are just trying to kill time here while we're waiting for this one. Again, currently under a weather delay. Not much we can really do here. Double checking chat, making sure we haven't missed anything. But yeah, I mean, rain delays kind of get like that sometimes. If I wasn't convinced it was just gonna freeze up, I would try and stream some gameplay of some video game, whether it's Mario Kart or Pokemon. Alright, energy. Whooper. Blackbelt's training. Whalmer. And Zorua. We got the Oinkalone. Hops Bag. Magmar Reverse. Oh, we got ourselves an illustration rare for it. Let's go. Man, that is a cute card. So our second illustration rare of the afternoon. While we're just sitting here chilling. You know, they got the Air Titans out there hoping to get the track dry in time, but as of right now, we are just chilling here. Waiting. We can get this thing back going. Ryan Sieg, not a lot of spaces for him to go forward, so I'm not sure if he wants to keep, if he wants this one to go back green or not. If I was him, I would be a little torn on that one, because if you go back racing, you could lose spots, and there's not much to gain, but if you gain the win, you're in. Energy. You got a Maru. You got Squavette. Paris. We got Milcery. Cloth. Lavincia. Super Potion. Metapod Reverse. Larvesta Reverse. And it is just a regular holo there. Again, we are just burning through packs right now, just trying to help kill time. Good thing is, I do have quite a big stockpile of packs. And Journey Together is a fairly easy set to acquire, so I'm not too worried about burning through too many of these packs. Wouldn't it be crazy if we got the Clefairy on this stream? Especially when we don't really care. We're just trying to kill time. I'm not even gonna bother. I accidentally spoiled myself on the cards on the pack, and nothing there. We got a Hollow Wailord is all. Only reason I'm opening the set in bulk is because there's a deck that beat me the other day that I really want to potentially give a try. Alright, let's see what we got. Energy. Shelmet. Rockruff. Caterpie. Magmar. Iris's Fighting Spirit. Don't really think that card's all that playable. Yeah, the different Weezing. Alright, that's a reverse Regirock. And a gold card. Alright, let's go. That's actually a pretty decent energy card if you've got a Pokemon with a lot of health that you don't expect to go down. Or if you've got that one Pikachu card that is literally immune to one-shots. But at the moment, not really what we were looking for. Alright, so here we go. Again, still under the red flag here. Waiting to see what we're going to end up having happen here. Alright, here we go. Energy. We got Petalil. Cute Fant. Sprigatito. Spiky Energy, the regular version. A Selgor. Hops Corviknight. Reverse Paris. Illustration rare Lycanroc. Let's go. So here, pretty effective. Pretty effective card to pair with the spiky energy that we got. Alright, so yeah, we are just chilling out here. Currently under this red flag for rain. Actually, that Russia Ram card is a playable one too, so I will hold on to that. Man, again, right now we're just kind of waiting. It looks very dark outside their window. I don't know if that's if they are at the track. I mean, it is way too dark for this race to continue. This race, I think, needs to be announced as being done, but I don't think it should be that dark. It's it's only it's not even 7 o'clock yet on the Eastern time zone. Okay, I'm gonna spoil it again on myself. Do another Reshiram regular is the only cart, is the only pull we got. Yeah, we're just chilling out here waiting for this race to resume. But yeah, again, we are just chilling out here waiting to see if this thing will get back going. Again, they've all they've said so far is that we are optimistic that they could get back going, but we're just kind of waiting here to see. Haven't heard if another band of rains come through. But yeah, I do not like rain delays. And we are past halfway, so if the race does get called, it would be official tonight. They would not have to come back on Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon to finish the race off. What's the forecast for the weather tomorrow? Well, the forecast for today was clear, so if that tells you anything about my confidence in forecasts, find my phone here. Ooh. I cannot believe I actually caught that. Card pile started to slide. Let's see. What is the forecast look like for tomorrow? So it looks like rain should be stopping within the next 15 minutes or so. Tomorrow, 40% chance of thunderstorms, so might rain, might not rain. And again, so far we have not had it officially canned for the day. And again, 15 minutes out, it looks like there's a clearing in the forecast to try and get this one in tonight. I have no idea if that'll actually stick or if we're just kind of waiting for a gap that will never actually come. We've got William Sawalich out there again. Everybody's hoping for this to get dried out, except for Zilich. Although I think Zilich isn't too worried about possibly losing it because he has controlled the front of the field up to this point. So yeah, there we go. At this point, we are just going to chill out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. Alright, so again, we are just chilling out here waiting for this one. We are currently under a rain delay. Yeah, so we have just kind of been stuck here for a few, hoping to get this thing back going shortly. But as of right now, no real idea as to when we'll be getting, when or if we'll get back racing today here. Alright, so again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Find a certain set here. We have, yeah, nope, that's base set. Not in that case. I think it would be in the other case anyway, if I do have any of the other pack that I actually want to open. That's Twilight. Do have one card I need from that. Stellar, no. Astral Radiance, Crown. Brilliant. Does look like I'm out of Paradox Rift. That's unfortunate. Alright, so there we go. Again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. So yeah, again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's still hanging around. If you guys are still hanging around, again, feel free to let me know what you guys like me to talk about. Because again, we've talked for now about 2 hours, which is not abnormal for a Xfinity Series race. But I feel like we've covered most of the big stuff that people want to talk about, or at least that I think people want to talk about. But maybe you guys have something specific you guys would like me to give my thoughts on. It looks sunny, so hopefully that's a good sign there on pit road. The sun looks to have come out here. Alright, so yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. So there we go. Zillage and Amarola, the first and second place drivers, chatting together here. There's a holding pattern, 7 p.m., 7 Eastern. Yep, we just hit 7 Eastern, chasing the daylight. Oh, this has been made official. Connor Zilic has won for the 4th time this year. Connor Zilic is a Xfinity Series winner. Let's go. The race is official. Connor Zilic, your 2025 Xfinity Series winner at Dover. Congratulations, Connor Zilic. As per usual, we will go through through the rest of this one, but a rain-shortened race. Unfortunately, a little bit of a downer way to end this one, but congratulations to Connor Zilic again. I think he probably wins this one with or without the rain, but the rain ultimately cuts this thing about 60 laps short, so good job to Connor Zilic. Amarola second, third is Brandon Jones, fourth Allgaier, fifth Jesse Love. 6th, we got Ryan Sieg having a great points day, bouncing back after a really rough stretch. Taylor Gray had a great opening stint and a terrible pit stop that really put him behind the 8 ball, comes back 7th. 8th for Sheldon Creed, 9th William Sawalich, and rounding out your top 10, Christian Eck is in the 16, hanging on pretty well there. Harrison Burton coming home 11th as he tries to close the gap to his cousin there, Jeb Burton. Then you got Sam Mayer in 12th, 13th, Austin Hill. A very silent day from Austin Hill. Matt DiBenedetto 14th, and Carson Qualpa rounding out your top 15. Dean Thompson coming home 16th, 17th for Jake Finch, driving the Hendrick Motorsports number 17. Ryan Truex, the defending race winner, coming home, comes home in the 18th position. Parker Retzloff 19th, and Jeb Burton finishes this one 20th on the day. Daniel Dye comes home 21st. Rajah Caruth in his Xfinity Series debut, 22nd. 23rd for Anthony Alfredo, 24th Sammy Smith, and 25th will be Brennan Poole. 26th Jeremy Clements, 27th will be 26th for Clements, 27th Josh Williams, 28th, and the last car on the lead lap is where we find LeVar Scott coming home 28th in his Xfinity Series debut. Leland Honeyman Jr., the first and only car, one lap down, finishing 29th. Ryan Ellis in 30th will round out your top 30, and he will start your 3-lap down group. Kaz Gralla, Blaine Perkins, Nick Lights, Josh Bilicki, Garrett Smithley all finish this race 3 laps behind the checkered flag. And hey, we actually got the finishing screen that we don't normally get. So again, it is Kaz Gralla 31st, Blaine Perkins 32nd, 33rd for Nick Lights, Josh Bilicki 34th, 35th, and also 3 laps down is Garrett Smithley. 36th, we also have 3 laps down, is Kyle Sieg. And then Nick Sanchez and Ross Chastain failed to finish the race due to engine failure here. And most wins all time. Junior Motorsports creeping into that conversation. But again, thank you guys all for watching. Again, it has been a little bit of a disappointing day for it to end due to rain, but congratulations to Connor Village. Again, I think he probably would have won regardless, so hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next video. Live stream, whatever you guys decide to do with the rest of your night. Have a great night, everybody, and we will be back tomorrow for the NASCAR Cup Series race around 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but until next time, hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next video. Live stream, whatever you guys decide to do with the rest of your day. Have a great day, everybody, and goodbye!